Welcome back to another Franklin monthly market update. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Brentwood Johns with the Coleman Johns Group. I'm a real estate agent here in Nashville, and we help families from all across the country find their home here and relocate here to the Middle Tennessee area. And we actually make all these videos on this channel, but also our property tour channel to help answer all your questions about Nashville and the surrounding areas. So if you're looking to move maybe tomorrow or in 6 months, reach out to us, give us a call, send us a text, contact us at our information below, and we'd be happy to be your real estate resource here and help you find your home here. So today we're going over the May monthly market update here in Franklin, Tennessee. And Franklin is in Williamson County, really the heart of Williamson County. And if you don't know about Franklin or Williamson County, we actually have a Franklin playlist that goes over a map tour, a vlog tour, neighborhoods, all in Franklin, give you an in-depth view of everything about Franklin, what it's like living here. So definitely check that out, and then maybe come back to this video. That way you can pair, what is Franklin like with, how's the real estate market in Franklin as well. But long story short, there's tons of people that want to move to Franklin, Tennessee, simply because you're in central Tennessee, you're a short commute to downtown Nashville, you have all Cool Springs, which is in Franklin, which is the business district. So there's plenty of businesses moving here, tons of amenities, and Williamson County schools. So there's so much to love about Franklin, and that's why so many people are wanting to move here. Now, let's just go right into my computer and jump into the numbers. Now, before I dive into the numbers, I want to point out that everyone's real estate goals are different. So it might be a great time for you to buy or sell, or for someone else, it might be a terrible time in these current market conditions. So what I always recommend is just reach out to us so we can talk about your specific situation, and we, as well as our real estate professionals and real estate investors in our network, can help guide you on what's best for you to achieve your real estate goals. Now, with that being said, let's jump into all the numbers and talk about median sales price first in Franklin, Tennessee. So as you can see, this is looking at the monthly data. So each one of these spots is monthly data. So February 2023, March 2023, and April 2023. So right now in April, it closed out at $895,000 median sales price. And it's currently the first week of May is when I'm recording this. So we have all the April data that just came in, and that's what we're looking at today. Now, as you can see, if you look at directly year over year from April in 2022 to April 2023 now, we're down 4%, but I do want to point out this is monthly data. So typically you would look at maybe a little bit wider month range to give you some averages, like maybe a rolling 3 month. Let's take a look at that. As you can see, $871,000 is the sales price, median sales price for if you look at a 3 month rolling average. And that would actually be plus 3.8%. So, and then we can even take it out to rolling 6 months, and now you're looking at plus 8%. But I like to look at everything, a monthly, data point. And so that's just kind of to point out the differences between those, because everything tells a different story, obviously. You're up to 8% or you're down 4%. Now, you just have to take into account every other piece of data to be able to get a good feel of actually, are we going up or are we going down and what's happening in Franklin. So that's median sales price currently, and it's actually performing really well on a monthly basis. I mean, it was positive on a rolling 3 month and rolling 6 month chart. So down 4% on a monthly basis with what we've experienced in the last few months is actually pretty positive for the Franklin market. As you can see, the last few months it was $850,000, $860. So just the average right here, $860, $860, $850, $855. That's the median sales price, all around $860,000. We're seeing a spike up. It's $895 on the monthly data point. And this all goes back to what happened in 2022. We saw buyer demand drop drastically at the end of 2022. So if we open up pending sales and closed sales and compare those, you can start to see why the sales price actually dropped in Franklin as well. So let's pull up first closed sales. So as you can see, we're looking at a 3-year chart. Keep this in mind. So in January 2023, closed sales 105. Let me bring it out to 5 years. This is the lowest in January out of the last 5 years in 1 month. Lowest amount of closed sales. And 123 here, that's lower than every other month as well. 2 back-to-back months with the lowest closed transactions in the last 5 years in January 2023 and February 2023. So all of this happened because you see a massive dive in pending sales in the later half of 2022. So as you can see, pending sales dropped down to 114. Still looking at the 5-year chart, the lowest in the last 5 years that we have seen. But the positive sign here that I want to point out is look at this spike coming out of pending sales. 194 in April. And I point this out because pending sales is actually, a precursor to what you're going to see in closed sales, because pending, you go under contract, you're a pending sale. Then when you actually go through the contract of, a 30-day typical to close, you then have a closed sale, which then shows up on this data. So this spike in pending sales is going to show up here in closed sales that we should see another spike in May, I'm assuming. So we should see another spike up next month. Now we'll see. But that's typically when you see pending sales spike up, you'll see closed sales follow after that. All right, now let's look at inventory and see where we're at. This is the current homes for sale in April, and we're still looking at the 5-year chart. I think I want to stay on the 5-year chart. I like the way it's looking right now. It's good to see all the data. And homes for sale, as you can see, the lowest was in the peak of that massive run up in 2021 into 2022. The lowest amount of inventory we had was 293 homes for sale in Franklin. And as you can see, we're sitting at 504 right now, but let's take a look on back into 2020, 2019, 2018. And at any given moment, you're either 1,100, 1,200 homes to 800 homes. So your window is 800 to 1,200. Well, we're at 500 homes for sale on the market. So we still have a massive shortage in inventory, and that's important to know. And that's also why you're not seeing some massive dive in home prices that you're seeing in other markets throughout the country. Now, new listings, not too much to read into here. We're in the spring market. As you can see, this is last year's spring market. You see new listings they go down towards the later half of the year, in December, January. Then they start to pick up in the new year, and into the spring market, you see new listings pick up. So we're seeing a spike up here, which is pretty typical. So not too much to read into here. Also, days on market. Let's take a look at this. Now, I did the video on the Franklin market update a few months ago, and we were looking at this 22 days on market, which was a pretty large spike compared to what we were seeing over the last couple years. Obviously, the last couple years was pretty crazy times. But if we look back, 2019, days on market 27, 11, 20. So this 22 spike, yes, it looks crazy compared to the last couple of years. It's really not anything too dramatic that we need to pay attention to, especially after we saw this dive into the early spring market. We've got days on market in March is 6, 8 in April. This all will tie in together at month supply. We're not seeing some crazy spike like we saw, in 2022. Obviously, buyers were stepping out of the market. Things were slowing down, rates were changing, and that's why we got, came finally up from a 1 month supply to 3, and now we're looking like we're gonna be sitting around this 3 month supply. So not some crazy movement in month supply, and the inventory and the demand is staying about the same. So that's why we're seeing prices are holding up. And what I can tell you from boots on the ground, aside from all this data, is open houses are picking up like crazy, and we're seeing multiple offers on homes. We're seeing homes bid over ask on the opening weekend. So things are picking up. It's a typical spring market, but out of the overwhelming feel, just based off the data and the first quarter of this year has been buyer transactions, and the amount of transactions have been down quite a bit. But home prices, as you can see, are staying steady, and that's because we've got a shortage of inventory and the demand is continuing to be there. So I hope I was able to paint the picture for you of what's going on here in the Franklin real estate market here in Williamson County in Middle Tennessee. This is the May monthly market update. So all of this data was closed up until the end of April. This is early May when I'm shooting this. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. I do these every single month. And also we send out PDF reports on separate neighborhoods, specific neighborhoods in the Franklin area. So if you're interested for any neighborhood monthly market update, we can send that to you. Just reach out to us. We'd be happy to send that to you. But also we have all the videos like I touched on earlier about Franklin and the surrounding areas in Nashville, about best neighborhoods, you know, places that you need to know about if you're looking to move here so you can make an educated decision on what's best for you and your family. Lastly, if you're looking to move here maybe tomorrow, next 6 months, or even a year from now, reach out to us. We make all these videos to help educate you before you make the move here, and we'd love to be your real estate resource when you make the move here so we can find your home for your family. Our contact information is down below. You can also schedule a Zoom call with us where we can break down everything that you need to know, put you on the right track, and give you the next steps so we can make this process as smooth as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Brandon Johns with the Coleman Johns Group, and I'll see you in the next video.